Forged by Fire, Chapter 16. Jordan looked older, harder, and angrier. He smiled, but his eyes stayed cold and unfeeling. Monique was beside herself with excitement. She had fixed Jordan a steak dinner and an apple pie, and Monique was not known for her good cooking. Angel screamed, ran to her room, and locked the door. Gerald, no longer an 11-year-old kid, but a strong, muscular 17-year-old, looked him squarely in the face. "You ain't staying here, now get out!" Jordan didn't even blink. "Now, what kind of greeting is that for a man who just wants to see his children?" he asked in that gravelly voice that Gerald hated. "You ain't my daddy, and you don't deserve to be hers." "Oh, but I am her daddy, boy, and court says I've been rehabilitated. Court says I get visitation rights. Court says you ain't got nothing to say about that. Why you got to come back here and ruin stuff? We're finally almost close to happy, and you show up." Gerald was almost in tears, but he didn't want Jordan to see him break. "Your mama is still my wife. She done forgave me. Why can't you? I've changed, boy. I'm a new man." Monique seemed flustered and nervous. Jordan sat silent and staring. Finally he got up. His cowboy boots echoed loudly on the smooth wooden floor. Jordan paused at the door. "I'll be back for you tonight, Monique. Wear something pretty." Monique blushed and tried to hide her excitement from Gerald, who looked at her with disgust. "And you," Jordan growled at Gerald, "don't mess with me. I'll be back to visit Angel. I ain't gonna hurt her. I ain't gonna even touch her. I told you I've changed. Let's shake on it like men." He offered Gerald his rough, dirty hand. Gerald didn't move. "No." "Ooh, lost my place." Gerald stated quietly. He walked into the other room, shaking with fury and helplessness. Gerald wanted to spit. Instead, he just ran out of the room. He knew he had to find Angel. He knocked on her door. He could hear her crying. "It's me, Gerald. Let me in." He heard the lock turn and he gently opened the door. Angel's eyes were glassy and unblinking. All of the pain and memories of the past filled her so that only tears and shudders escaped her. Gerald hugged her for a long time. She quieted down gradually and was able to focus on the cat, which she stroked as she shook with swallowed sobs. "Is he gone?" Angel asked nervously. Gerald nodded and sighed. Angel, taking deep breaths, made sure she heard the clink of the lock in the outside door and ran past Gerald into the bathroom. He wanted to beat something, to cry, to scream, but all he could do was listen to Angel as she threw up the way she used to, the only way she knew to purge the tension of Jordan's presence in the house. Monique, as usual, was no help. She pretended not to notice Angel's discomfort or Gerald's hatred. She was fluttery and excited that Jordan was back and that he still wanted her. Gerald walked back into the living room. Jordan's cologne, which smelled to Gerald like horse sweat, hung strong and overpowering in the small room. "What's the real deal, Monique?" "Well, Gerald, Jordan is out and he can't stay here." "No, yes, I agree, at least for now. But you have to give him a chance, Gerald. He's changed. He's going to try to show you. You got to try, okay?" "He can never be alone with Angel." Gerald's voice was hard and demanding. "I think that's a good idea for now, Gerald. Let's see if we can all work together to make this family a happy family once again." "This was never a happy family while he was here, Monique. Your memory don't work so good, it seems." She smiled weakly, refused to look Gerald in the eye, and went to fix her hair. Gerald picked up the telephone. "Hey, Rob, what's up, man? Is your dad home?" "Yeah, he's in here acting like he knows how to fix a bathroom sink. Mom told him to call a plumber, but no, he's got to prove he's Superman. Now we got to brush our teeth in the kitchen sink." "Hey, Dad, telephone. It's Gerald," called Rob, laughing. "Hi, Gerald. What's up, son?" "Hey, Mr. Washington. Sounds like you got plumbing problems." "Nothing I can't solve. All I need is one small piece of pipe." Gerald could hear groans of laughter coming from the background. Rob's family was always laughing about something, even Mr. Washington's mistakes. Gerald couldn't remember much laughter ever coming from his home. "Well, I got some bathroom problems, too. Gerald paused. Rob's dad waited quietly. Angel's in there throwing up again. Jordan is back. Mr. Washington gasped. Oh, no, has he done anything? He asked with severity in his voice. No, he's clean. So far, at least. He says he's got rights, but Angel is a nervous wreck. She can't live like this. Don't we have rights, too? What can I do? Look, I've got to run out and pick up this pipe. Let me come by and get you. We'll talk. Thanks. I'll be waiting for you out front. 30 minutes later, Mr. Washington drove up in a blue Buick. He was dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. Actually, it was the same thing that Jordan had been wearing. But on Jordan, it looked sinister and criminal. Rob's dad smiled at Gerald as he opened the car door, laugh marks making walnut brown wrinkles in the sides of his eyes. Is Angel okay up there? He asked, glancing up at the bleak and depressing apartment building. Yeah, she's asleep now, and Jordan won't be back for a couple of days. What about Monique? Gerald shrugged. Probably doing her hair for when Jordan comes by later to take her out. That's all she thinks about. She just wants to please him. She doesn't even care or notice how upset Angel gets. Mr. Washington said nothing, but listened carefully. She wants Jordan to move back in. Can they do that? Mr. Washington sighed. Probably so, especially if Jordan doesn't do anything to get a negative report from probation. I heard him tell Monique that he got a job, and reports to his probation officer right on time. He even volunteers at an old folks' home once a week, just to make it look good. But I know he hasn't changed. I just know it. I wish I could be more help, Gerald, Mr. Washington replied with real regret. Watch him. Try keeping a diary of his activities. It might be important later. Write down everything he does, even if it seems innocent. Well, at least that will give me something to do. But what about Angel? Do you think Monique would let Angel spend the night at our house sometimes? She and Kiara really seem to hit it off when they're together. I know Kiara would love to have some company. There aren't any girls her age on our street. I don't want to be a bother. It's not a problem. For that matter, why don't you come and spend some time with Rob? Maybe after the game this weekend, you and Angel can come over. That will give you both a break from this mess for a little bit, and Monique can spend time alone with Jordan. I know she'll agree if you put it that way. Yeah, she won't care. That's the problem. She just doesn't care. The days that followed were tense but quiet. Jordan stopped by around dinner time and always left by 9 o'clock. On Saturday, he stayed most of the afternoon going to the grocery store for Monique and even sweeping the living room. He spoke to Angel only to ask her about school or dancing. Gerald watched him every moment, and true to a promise he made to himself, he never let Angel out of his sight while Jordan was there. Still, she was nervous when Jordan was there, and usually threw up when he left.